In the Lakota origin story, it all began with a great entity named Ea. Ea was so powerful that nothing else existed. Ea decided to create something by colliding and compacting parts of herself together, making a blue orb, which she named Maka, Earth. Maka over time began to question herself. What is my reason for being here? What is my purpose? Ea then began creating Ambewi the sun and Hawewi the moon and all the stars we still see today. She created them to all be in correlation with each other. Soon, Maka complained to Ea, every time I turn towards Ambewi, it gets unbearably hot, and every time I turn towards Hawewi, it gets incredibly cold. Will you please give me a covering? Ea agreed to give Maka a covering as long as she promised to bring forth life and nourish it for all time. Maka promised. So as time went on, life evolved, so much so that it became ugly, with its senseless destruction and killings. Maka knew that wasn't how life was intended to be on her, so she decided to cleanse. During this cleanse, there were many catastrophes happening all at once. Maka started to shake so much that her landmass that held all life broke apart and was sent to different corners of the earth. She told us all to rebirth. Many eons later, that message was forgotten and life became corrupt once again. Maka said, I must cleanse again, but those of you that are keeping the ways of life as they are intended to be, you may come beneath my surface where I can protect you. The second cleanse took form in what is known as the Ice Age. Over time, the ice began to melt and created the most beautiful lakes and rivers and the most luscious plant life. The Lakota people were under the earth's surfaces, under what is called Pahasapa, the Black Hills. In the Black Hills lived a trickster named Domi, the spider being. One day he heard breathing coming from the earth. He decided to go check it out. He saw the people underneath the surface. He said, hey, up here. Hey, you guys, up here. I have something to show you. Don't worry, I won't hurt you. The people were hesitant and scared. One young man brought it upon himself to be the very first one on the earth's surfaces. He went up there and followed Iktomi while he showed him the water, the sun, the beautiful green and yellow blanket that laid on Maka. The young man was blown away at what he'd seen and went back to his people to tell him about it. He said, it's so spacious and beautiful up there. I think it's time for us to live on the surface again. And now that was there disagreed, saying, it isn't safe. We need to stay down here until Maka tells us we can go back up. The elder was ignored and tuned out by the stories that the young man was sharing of the surface world. The elder decided to go ahead and sneak off from the group to find help, just in case there was danger that came upon them. He got up to the surface and prayed to the Creator for help. He was then turned into the Buffalo Nation. The people reached the surface in awe. Iktomi and his companion, Anugite, the double-faced woman, showed the people around, both of which were banished spirits for a reason. Soon enough, there were people swimming, sunbathing, and eating fresh berries that Anugite prepared. She served the people, showing only one side of her face, that side being more beautiful than you can even imagine. As the people were getting full and tired, Anugite revealed the other side of her face, which was gnarled and scary. The people began to scream and started running for the cave to go back into the earth. But they were shocked to realize that they were now too big to fit into the cave because they had grown from everything they consumed. Iktomi began to laugh. I got you guys! Now you're stuck on the surface! Just then, the Buffalo Nation came forth and told the people, I will protect you. I will be everything you need. I will be your food, your shelter, your tools, your medicine. Follow me and you'll always be taken care of. The people then became the Buffalo people, always following the buffalo. As the people adapted to living on the surface again, they became overbearing, taking more than they should, never thinking Unchi Maka. The four-legged ones and the winged ones became fed up with the people and decided to cut off communication. They said, these people have caused Mother Earth to cleanse twice already. We should just get rid of them. So it was then they decided to unleash many diseases on the people to wipe them out. The plant life says, they don't get to decide who lives or dies. For every sickness they unleash, we have a root, herb, or medicine to help them. The ones that are living with the earth, rather than against it, will live on. That became the third cleansing of Uchi Maka. Again, the people became corrupt, so all creatures held a council to discuss what to do with the people. The Buffalo Nation came forth and said that they would take care of the people like they promised to do long ago. The Buffalo Nation sent forth a white buffalo calf woman with the chanupa, the sacred pipe, to remind the people that there is always to be a spiritual connection with Mother Earth, that everything in the stars is on Earth, and everything on Earth is in the stars, to remind us that we are all connected, and we are all part of one being, Unchi Maka.